This is Lacy Robertson, the hardest working woman in mortgage and real estate nationwide. And I'm here to bring you this week's report of California companies that will be laying off a significant amount of workforce where we received and processed their notice between April 24th and April 30th. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, okay, mortgage, real estate, especially if you're new to me, why is layoff information a passion of yours to share? Well, of course, I am not happy by any means, um, or find enjoyment about sharing this information, but I know I can be an answer prayer, not to one, but to many. So many years ago, I was getting ready to purchase a piece of property. I was super excited that I was getting ready to get the property. The seller was excited. They were getting ready to get the proceeds from the sale of their property. And I signed my loan documents, go back to work, and hours later, I find out that myself and 399 other people were getting laid off that day. I went straight into panic mode because I was like, oh my gosh, this loan can't fund. I don't have a job. So I hurry up, got on the phone, called my realtor, called my mortgage broker at the time. I was like, look, I'm sorry. I don't have a job. I faxed them over the information. And thankfully, whew, a sigh of relief, I was able to unravel that transaction. But unfortunately, I was not able to get my money back. So I spent money on a down payment. I spent money on a home inspection. I spent money on a pest inspection. I spent money on appraisal fee. I didn't get that money back. So there's two reasons why I share this information. One, what would you do differently if there was a possibility that your company might be laying off? Let me give you an example. Have you ever heard whispers of what, your company might be laying off? You see something in the news, you're not sure. I mean, that happened to me. There was whispers around the office that there might be layoffs, but when I asked my supervisor and other people asked the supervisor, they were like, no, don't worry about that. I don't know where that information is coming from. Can't always trust them because they want you to find out when they want you to know. Okay, they don't want you to know a day earlier or a day late. So I am helping you find out this information. So there's two reasons, again, I let you know why I share this information. One is, what would you do differently if there was a possibility you might get laid off, right? Would you aggressively start to save? Would you maybe refinance, pay off some debt, consolidate? Would you not go on that shopping spree, that lavish vacation, buy that new car, buy that new house? Like, what would you do differently that, if you knew that you might get laid off? Would you dust off your resume and put some fillers out there to see if anybody else is hiring in your field? Would you go ahead, take a leap of faith, and open up that new business that you've always dreamed about? Whatever it is, I want you to be able to do that because you're kind of forward thinking. Now, too bad I don't know the actual individuals that is getting laid off, because I would pick up the phone and call you myself. But nevertheless, I'm sharing this information. So if you hear your company's name and it's the location that you're working with, you can kind of proceed with caution concerning financial matters in your life. Okay, that's one. The second reason why I share this information, I want you to know that you don't have to lose your house just because you lost your job or you're facing a financial hardship. Whether you face a financial hardship due to a death, divorce, illness, injury, layoff, or natural disaster, it doesn't matter. I want you to know there's options available for you. I've been helping clients for years lower their mortgage payment, make it more affordable so they don't have to exhaust all their savings trying to make their mortgage payment each month, right? So there's temporary options like a forbearance plan or repayment plan, but there's more permanent options like a refinance, a loan modification. There are many options available to help you avoid foreclosure, help you stay in your home. And I'm your girl to help you get through that, navigate through that process, right? But do know that any mortgage help is not automatic. You may get solicitations in the mail, but it's not automatic. You got to raise your hand. So this is a good time for me to let you know the best way to get a hold of me is dialing 714-914-7254. Again, that's 714-914-7254. Now, let me share with you really quick what I was able to help a client received. I fought for them. I told you I've been doing this for years. So you should be able to see my screen by now. Yes. This client had Chase Mortgage. And their previous mortgage payment, I'm going to highlight over here. It was $2,334.71. It included principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. They had a 6.575 ARM, adjustable rate mortgage. So that means that rate was steady going up. Okay. And so I came in, I thought, they hired me to represent them. I was able to get their payment. Now I'm highlighting the new payment here. I was able to get their payment down to $1,749.53. That did include principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. And look what your girl was able to do. I was able to get them a modified interest rate fixed at 3.49%. Okay. Talk about an amazing day for them. Also got principal forgiveness of over $132,000. So these are that's just one of 100 examples that I have of how I was able to help a homeowner avoid foreclosure, stay in their home, have an affordable mortgage after they encountered, a financial hardship. Okay. So let me get started on this list. We have 37 entries. Doesn't mean 37 companies. It means 37 entries. Some companies have multiple offices or they're laying off on multiple days. If you are new to me, I share with you the name of the company that's laying off. I give you the date they're laying off. I let you know if that layoff is temporary, if it's permanent, if it's a closure. I let you know how many, and I give you the address, the location of where they're laying off. Okay. So now, if I get to a letter that your company is, I already passed the letter that your company starts with, and you're like, oh, I'm not sure, go look at past videos because maybe I've already shared that information. So, that maybe help you, and maybe your company is on that list, but hopefully not, because I hope your company is not on the list. I hope they're not laying off. I don't desire that anybody loses their job because I know what it feels like. Okay. I know what it feels like. I've been there. So here we go. Let me get started. June 30th, we have robotics is closing permanently. They're laying off 48 people at 46897 Park. Whoa, hold on one second here. Kind of, that wasn't good. 46 897 Bayside Parkway in Fremont. Okay, here we go. June 28th, Cardinal is laying off permanently 45 people at 1800 South Wineville Avenue in Ontario. Let me do this because this is much better. June 27th, Centene Management Company is closing permanently, laying off 10 people at 3302 Garfield Avenue in Los Angeles. We have CJ Logistics America is closing permanently, laying off 111 people at 6275 Lance Drive in Riverside. We have June 28th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals, 1600 is laying off permanently one person at 1600 Eureka Road in Roseville. June 28th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals 1660 is laying off permanently 5 people at 1660 Eureka Road in Roseville. We have June 28th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals 2025 is laying off permanently 1 person at 2025 Morse Avenue in Sacramento. And we have Kaiser on June 28th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals 401, laying off permanently 1 person at 401 Bicentennial Way in Santa Rosa. June 22nd, Metropolitan Animal Specialty Hospital is closing permanently, laying off 3 people at 1120 North Hudson Avenue in Los Angeles. June 22nd, Metropolitan Animal Specialty Hospital closing permanently, laying off 3 people at 1122 North Hudson Avenue in Los Angeles. June 22nd, Metropolitan Animal Specialty Hospital closing permanently, laying off 187 people at 6565 Santa Monica Boulevard in Los Angeles. June 22nd, Metropolitan Animal Specialty Hospitals closing permanently, laying off 2 people at 6567 through 6585 Santa Monica Boulevard in Los Angeles. June 22nd, Metropolitan Animal Specialty Hospital is closing permanently, laying off 1 person at 6611 Santa Monica Boulevard in Los Angeles. June 30th, MV Transportation laying off permanently 6 people at 13550 Deisner Avenue in San Martin. June 30th, MV Transportation laying off permanently 197 people at 2240 Tully Road in San Jose. June 30th, MV Transportation laying off permanently 37 people at 3990 Zanker Road, Building L in San Jose. June 30th, MV Transportation laying off permanently 81 people at 4499 Joe Lloyd Way in Seaside. And then June 30, MV Transportation laying off permanently 19 people at 4512 Joe Lloyd Way in Seaside. June 28th, NetApp Inc. is laying off permanently 56 people at 3060 Olson Avenue in San Jose. June 1st, Newark Group Inc. is closing permanently, laying off 74 people at 6001 Southeastern Avenue in Los Angeles. June 27th, Primo Brands Inc. is closing permanently. They're laying off 51 people at 485 Vista Way in Milpitas. June 17, Primo Brands closing permanently, laying off 11 people at 1449 North Avenue 46 in Los Angeles. June 17, Primo Brands Inc. is closing permanently, laying off 33 people at 4500 York Boulevard, Building C in Los Angeles. June 30th, Pulau. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Pulau. This company has several entries, so bear with me. So June 30th, Pulau is laying off permanently 1 person at Building 1308 2nd Street in Fort Irwin. June 30th, Pulau is laying off permanently 8 people at Building 6222 Barstow Road in Fort Irwin. June 30th, Pulau Corporation is laying off permanently 17 people at Building 650A, 5th Street in Fort Irwin. You have June 30th, Pulau Corporation is laying off permanently 25 people at Building 820, 5th Street in Fort Irwin. You have June 30th, Pulau Corporation is laying off permanently 43 people at Building 827 South Loop Road in Fort Irwin. June 30th, Pulau Corporation, Pulau, is laying off permanently 4 people at Building 863 Depot Road in Fort Irwin. June 30th, Pulau Corporation is laying off permanently 32 people at Building 891 5th Street in Fort Irwin. And then June 30th, Pulau is laying off permanently 3 people at GMDT on Avenue B, in Fort Irwin. June 24th, Raytheon is laying off permanently 97 people at 2000 East El Segundo Boulevard in El Segundo. You have June 30th, Sky Zone is closing permanently, laying off 56 people at 1301 Kellogg Drive in Anaheim. June 30th, T. Marzetti is closing permanently, laying off 78 people at 876 Yosemite Drive in Milpitas. June 27th, the Model Z Modular LLC is laying off permanently 102 people at 740 East 111th Place in Los Angeles. June 28th, Thermo Fisher Scientific is closing permanently, laying off 11 people at 11080 East Artesia Boulevard, Suite A in Cerritos. Last but not least, June 29th, Vans corporate headquarters is laying off permanently 82 people at 1588 South Coast Drive in Costa Mesa. So that's the end of this week's California companies where we received and processed their notice between April 24th and April 30th, where they will be laying off a significant amount of workforce. Now, remember, if you've experienced a loss of income due to a death, divorce, illness, injury, layoff, or natural disaster, there are options available. You do not have to lose your house just because you lost your job or you're facing any kind of financial hardship. Like, remember, I've been helping clients for years lower their mortgage payment, make it more affordable so they don't have to exhaust all those savings trying to make their mortgage payment each month. But remember, it's not automatic. You got to raise your hand. You got to give me a call at 714-914-7254. Again, that's 714-914-7254. You can also visit my website at modifymenow.com. But the best way to reach me is to call me at 714-914-7254. Let me show you again that amazing modification that I was able to help my client achieve. Their previous mortgage payment, I told you, was $2,334.71. You should be able to see my screen by now. That did include principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. Their previous interest rate, which was an adjustable rate mortgage, which meant that it was constantly going up, was at 6.575%. I came in, I fought the good fight, and I was able to help them lower their mortgage to $1,749.53. That still included principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. I gave them a fixed rate of 3.49% opposed to that 6.575 that kept on adjusting. And I got them principal forgiveness of $132,270.40. So, as you can see, I've been doing this a long time. I've been helping clients. If you found yourself having a hard time paying your mortgage, you don't want to lose your house, you need to call me. You need to call me. Did I say that? You need to call me. 714-914-7254. I'm Lacy Robertson, hardest working woman in mortgage and real estate nationwide. I look forward to working with you and for you. And until then, have a blessed day.